Yeah, this isn't gonna work. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad and we talk about everything over-the-counter penny stocks on this channel. Now, if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. I hope I earn your subscription by the end of this video. And if you're interested in being a part of a group that will help you along the way with your penny stock trading journey, please join We Trade HQ. We Trade HQ is a free community of like-minded individuals who learn and grow and celebrate each other's success. And we're not just geared towards penny stocks either. I designed We Trade HQ to be focused not just on penny stock traders, but all traders of all walks of life. So if you're trading options, Forex, big board stocks, futures, cryptocurrencies, you name it, no matter what you're trading in the market, We Trade HQ is the place for you. So guys, a little bit of a beginner type video today, and I wanted to just talk about this a little bit on supports and resistances. The great thing about the community that we built at We Trade HQ is that it's rapidly growing right now. So we're getting a lot of new people, a lot of new traders that have never traded a day in their life. So I want to make sure I'm kind of going back and recovering and covering a lot of the older stuff that I've gone through on this channel. And honestly, the older stuff sucks. So it's kind of nice that I'm remastering some of this stuff anyway. So if you're not new to this, sorry about this, but hopefully you at least get entertained nonetheless. So, as you saw at the beginning of this video, my art skills are terrible, but I'm gonna do my best to try to illustrate what supports and resistances are. So a support, if you're looking at a chart, a support is going to be a level to where you think that a price could sustain, you know, unless, you know, maybe there's a negative catalyst that comes along or maybe there's some excessive selling, but it's something you're gonna have to actually monitor on a chart to make sure that it doesn't break that support, because if it breaks that particular support, it could go down to the next one. And so what a support is, so let's just say that I'm gonna use a line graph because I can't draw candles, obviously, as you can tell. Let's just say that it goes up, okay? And then it'll come, you know, looking at a chart, the price action will come back down and then it goes up again. Let's say it just goes up even higher. But then it comes back down and revisits that previous price point, okay? And then it'll go up yet again, but then gets sold back down to this previous price point. And then at that point, it's officially a support. I like it to see it hit a price point 3 times. And you can use this on a daily chart, a 5-minute chart, however your trading style is, whether you're day trading or maybe you're, you know, a long-term swing trader. A lot of people like this on a daily chart, you know, for longer term swings or investing purposes. But the rule of thumb typically is that you use a method to where it's going to bounce off of that support level at least 3 times before you actually label it a support. And the other side of this is the resistance. And so the resistance, so you're going, that was the worst, that was the absolute worst. I'm sorry, I try to be funny, I'm just not. So anyway, if you go same thing, so like if it's going up and it can't get past a certain price point, then that's going to be a resistance. And the same rule applies. So if it's going to hit a price point 3 times and keeps coming back down and can't get above that price, then that is going to be your resistance. So let's just take it a step further, and we're looking at a channel, okay? So if I'm looking at a chart and I see that it falls within a channel, it's going up here at this resistance, comes down to a support, goes up to resistance. This is when you start to see a channel here of support and resistances. And then you could actually, in theory, day trade this. So if it starts to develop a very solid, and that's the other thing, if it goes up and down off of this support and resistance more than 3 times, the more times it does, in theory, the stronger that support and or resistance is. And typically, if it's a very strong support, it happens to break that, let's just say it bounces off that support, we'll just throw a number out there and say 10 times, and that support actually gets broken, then it could in fact break all the way down. It could have a stronger breakdown from that support if it ends up breaking that really strong support. On the other side of that, if it ends up breaking a resistance after it's bumped off of here several times and it breaks through, the potential for a nice little breakout of this channel are pretty good. It's not, you know, a fail proof. It's not a a surefire 100% winner, but more times than not, that's the case as to what happens with this type of stuff when you're viewing that chart, especially if you're looking at like a daily chart or something like that. A daily chart, when you're doing investing or long-term trading, you're gonna look at the daily chart and try to find supports and resistances to make nice little entries. And so that leads me to my next point. So when you're looking at this, especially from a day trading perspective, let me clean this up a little bit. You're gonna wanna look at this support as a possible entry point. So, you're gonna wanna buy here, in theory, and then sell here. But as we've talked about before, when you're trading over the counter stocks, let's just say it gets up to this resistance. Let's say you buy at this support level and it all goes well, perfect scenario. It goes up to this resistance and maybe you only sell a portion of it because you're like, okay, if I sell and protect my initial investment, which we've talked about before, and I'm riding free shares at this level, maybe I'll wait to see with my house money if it goes up above this resistance so I can, my free shares is what we call it, might ride up and break this channel. And then, my profits are even higher. So that's kind of the theory here, that's what supports and resistances are. You look for these areas to try to make good educated entries and then good educated exits. And that's just kind of like the theory behind supports and resistances and how you can gauge on, making better trades. So that's it. I mean, that's probably about one of the most simple lessons you'll probably receive when it comes to trading is just identifying supports and resistances. It's probably the simplest thing ever. There's plenty of other stuff out there. I'm sure there's other theories that people have about this sort of thing, but that's what they all are, their opinions, obviously, and you guys watch this for entertainment purposes and whatever else. So guys, anyways, thanks so much for tuning in today. I appreciate the view, and if you learned something from this, if you had no idea what a support or resistance was and this helped simplify it for you, I certainly would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscription if you are looking for more content such as this. And if you want to get some more real world experience, I do have a paid mentorship. I go live with folks from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time, just before the bell opens so that we can identify value in certain stocks. I don't tell anybody what to buy, but we just look through scanners and that sort of thing to maybe identify stocks of value to make a potential purchase on. So with that, guys, thank you so much. All the links are in the description for all of that are down below. And that is it. So please like and subscribe. And that is all I've got for you folks. As always, I will see you all before the bell. MB Smith is out. That is the worst candle ever.